Yes, hello, Mr. Shinde.
Oh,
What a
namaste,
pleasure
sir.
meeting you once again.
Namaste,
Look
sir.
at this. Yeah, it's beautiful.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, very nice, fine, thank you. Now, a thing I wanted to ask you. Now, what I want to know is many people, different people, get lots of success, and many of them do not get that much success. What are the astrological implications of that matter? What do you think?
See, there is a planet known as Jupiter who
Okay.
is known as Guru in
Okay.
Sanskrit or in astrological terminology.
Yes.
He is the most benefic and the most benevolent planet.
Okay.
If the planet Jupiter is very strongly placed in a person's horoscope or very powerfully placed, these people, whether they are employees in private sector, whether they are businessmen, or whether they are artists, they are freelancers,
Okay.
or whether they are politicians,
Yes.
whatsoever, they see very few obstacles and hurdles in their life, and prosperity, success just comes along their way very easily.
Jupiter you're talking about.
Jupiter,
Yeah,
yes.
Wonderful.
And largely their life is very prosperous, and they also come out of troubles very easily.
Wonderful.
They are able to eliminate all hurdles and obstacles very easily. So the planet Jupiter is very important for a person to be very visible and successful, whichever sector he is. In
Okay.
addition to that, there is one more thing. The planet Sun also holds a lot of significance.
Okay.
Because Sun is a bright star
Yes.
or a planet.
Yes.
In case a person needs to receive visibility
Yes.
as an employee in the corporate sector, or as a politician in the the sector of politics,
Yes.
or as a businessman, like you have this big industrialist and businessman in the business
Okay.
sector.
Huh.
Visibility can only come if the planet Sun is also strongly well placed or powerfully placed along with Jupiter.
Great. Why don't we sit down and discuss
Yeah,
more
sure.
deeply?
Please,
Please,
yes.
come, take your seat, sir. Wonderful insight. Coming to another point is, what elements in a person's horoscope will tell you whether the person will be successful in business?
In order to be successful, in the business sector or the entrepreneurial sector, the planet Mercury holds very great significance, who is known as Buddha in
Okay.
Sanskrit.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that everybody cannot become successful in an entrepreneurial activity.
Yes.
And I have seen the horoscopes of so many successful entrepreneurs and businessmen. The planet Mercury is indeed very, very strongly placed and connected with the
Okay.
10th house,
So you can
or with the Bhagyasthana, the 9th house.
you can actually learn from the.
Yes, you
yes.
can actually
Oh,
see that.
Great.
Yes.
So you have to deduce from that for the next whatever.
Oh yes, correct. Good.
Great. And what about the planets connected to becoming a successful employee in any sector?
To be a successful employee as such, being
Yes.
a non-entrepreneur as such, the planet Saturn governs employment.
Okay.
So generally when the planet Saturn is connected with the 10th house, or is connected with your work related elements in a horoscope,
Okay.
a person, rather than becoming an entrepreneur, becomes an employee in some
Okay.
in some sector. It can be a private sector or a government sector.
Okay.
But apart from being destined to be an employee,
Yes.
if he needs visibility, along with planet Saturn, the planet Jupiter has to be very strongly placed.
Okay.
See, the basic common factor here is Jupiter is to do with overall prosperity, visibility, and very less hurdles and obstacles in a person's way.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, about the government sector, what do you think about that? What about their success? How is it related astrologically?
From an astrological perspective, the planet Sun is a planet related to any matters related to the government.
Okay.
So if the planet Sun is somewhere connected with the 10th house, or it is strongly placed in the horoscope, a person tends to get a government job.
Okay.
But I'll explain it to you with another example.
Okay.
In order to get a government job in the police service, or in the armed forces, or in the
Okay.
paramilitary services, the planet Mars is very strongly responsible.
Okay.
The planet Mars is a soldier planet.
What? Yes.
Yes, but if planet Sun is responsible for getting a government job, But if the planet sun's power is elevated to another higher level,
Okay.
then the person in the government service gets very high visibility.
Oh.
For example, somebody in the armed forces might become a general or a brigadier.
Wow.
Somebody in the police service might become a commissioner of police or director general of police.
Okay.
Somebody might become home secretary or whole top positions in the IS segment as
Okay.
such.
Great.
So visible things like that. So the planet sun and Jupiter, of course, for overall prosperity.
Yes.
Yeah, but security services like armed forces in here, it is Mars and Sun mainly.
Great. And then the entertainment, there also they will have so many links towards astrology.
Oh yes, there are people from the entertainment and the sector of art also
Yes.
who come to me.
Yes.
I have seen their horoscopes, and from what I have learned, even otherwise, in my subject,
Yes.
the planet Venus represents the field of art and entertainment.
Okay.
If the planet Venus is very strongly placed in a person's horoscope or
Okay.
is powerfully placed, then these people shine
Okay.
or get at least an entry into the field of
Entertainment.
entertainment
Okay.
and
Arts.
art and things
Oh,
like that.
great.
But if you want visibility again in the field of entertainment and art, the planet Sun again gives you visibility.
Okay, that's the
Overall prosperity in one single line, I'm telling you, it is planet Jupiter at the
Okay,
bottom line.
wonderful. Yeah, great.
There is one more thing. The planet Moon, along with Venus, is also connected with the field of art mainly.
Wow.
Mainly with art and entertainment, you can say. So somewhere Venus also has to simultaneously support. The planet Moon has to simultaneously support
Okay,
Venus
right.
in driving a person up the ladder in the field of art and entertainment.
Great, yeah. And finally, to conclude this thing, what remedies do you suggest for work and career related problems?
Like I've told you in many of my earlier videos, which are connected with marriage and many other issues in a person's life as such, I am repeating or reiterating on the fact
Okay.
that I am not very much in favor of elaborate pujas, homas and rituals and ceremonies.
Okay.
I believe in a lot of practical remedies.
Great.
Practical remedies like, if you're stressed with work, I believe in the concept of counseling and psychotherapy.
Okay.
I believe in yoga, meditation and exercise that can eliminate your stress.
Wonderful.
And you see, remedies not necessarily has to be spiritual in nature. They can also be practical, coupled with astrological aspects. For example,
Yes.
if a person is not well suited
Ah.
to be an entrepreneur, he should get back to employment. That itself is a remedy.
That is, you will
If a
advise
per-
them.
Yes, so I advise
Yes.
him in that way. If a
Okay.
person is not well suited to be an employee, we ask him to become an entrepreneur. That itself is a remedy.
That's definitely
Sometimes
yeah.
a person may not do well in the field of IT as an employee. He might do much as a software developer. He might do much better as an administrator or a management professional in the manufacturing sector
Wow.
or the logistics sector.
Great.
So that remedy is that he moves away from software development and becomes a management or an administrative professional
Okay.
or an operations professional. So these are the kind of remedies that I focus on. It's like that.
Beautiful. I'm so thankful to you, and of course the viewers will also be very enlightened by your talk.
Thank you, sir.
All the
It
best.
was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you, sir.
All the best, gentlemen.